One dog, one choice, one miracle. On a cold, rainy night, traffic suddenly stopped in the middle of a busy city street. Headlights flashed. Horns echoed. Drivers were confused, angry, impatient. But right there, standing in the center of the road, was a muddy stray dog, soaked from the rain, shaking but unmovable. He wasn't barking. He wasn't running. He was just standing there, staring straight ahead, as if his life depended on it. Because it did, and so did someone else's. Most people would have driven around him. Some tried, but every time a car moved forward, the dog stepped closer, fearless, forcing traffic to stop. That was the moment when one small decision changed everything. This is not just a dog story. This is a story about courage, loyalty, and a miracle no one expected. Before we go any further, if stories like this move you, inspire you, or remind you that kindness still exists in this world, take 1 second to like this video and subscribe to Logic Unlocked. It helps this channel grow and allows us to share more real stories that matter. Now let me tell you what really happened that night. The dog didn't look special at first glance. Medium size, mud-covered fur, tired eyes. The kind of dog people walk past every day without noticing. He looked like a mix between a golden retriever and a Labrador. The kind of dog you'd expect to see in a happy family home, not alone in the rain. But his eyes told a different story. They weren't scared. They were focused, desperate. Almost like he was asking for help, without making a sound. One driver finally stepped out of his car, annoyed at first, ready to chase the dog away. But the moment their eyes met, everything changed. The dog turned and slowly walked toward a dark alley beside the road. Then he stopped, looked back, and waited. That's when the man realized this wasn't random. The dog wanted him to follow. Against his better judgment, the man followed the dog into the alley. The rain got heavier. The sounds of traffic faded, and then he heard a faint noise, almost nothing. A weak cry coming from behind a pile of broken wood and trash. Underneath the debris was another dog. Smaller, injured, barely moving. She had been hid earlier that night and dragged herself there, trying to survive. And beside her were 2 tiny puppies, shivering, silent, and cold. The stray from the road wasn't lost. He wasn't confused. He had made a choice. He chose to stop traffic. He chose to risk his own life. He chose to save his family. The man immediately called for help. Animal control, local rescuers, anyone who would answer. As they waited, the dog from the road never left their side. He stood between his injured partner and the world, soaked and shaking, but alert, protective, brave. When rescuers arrived, they expected fear, running, resistance. Instead, the dog stepped back calmly, watching closely as they lifted the injured mother and wrapped the puppies in warm blankets. For the first time that night, he relaxed. His job was done. That moment is why stories like this deserve to be shared on Logic Unlocked. Because they unlock something in us. They remind us that heroism doesn't always wear a uniform. Sometimes, it has muddy paws and tired eyes. The injured dog was rushed to a nearby clinic. She survived. The puppies survived, and the dog who stopped traffic. He waited outside the clinic all night, curled up near the door, refusing food, refusing rest, just waiting. Days later, something incredible happened. A volunteer who had seen the rescue shared the story online. It spread fast. Millions of people watched, commented, shared. And one family saw something familiar in that brave dog's eyes. They came to the shelter the next day. The moment the dog saw them, his tail started wagging like it hadn't in days. Because for the first time, he wasn't just a stray anymore. He was home. But here's the part that really matters. This miracle didn't start with a rescue team. It didn't start with a viral post. It started with one dog making one choice: to stand in the rain, to face speeding cars, to risk everything for someone he loved. If this story made you feel something, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs hope today, and let me know in the comments what this story meant to you. Do you think animals understand love better than humans sometimes? I read every comment. And if you're still watching right now, you're the reason Logic Unlocked exists. Stories like this remind us that even in the darkest moments, miracles can happen. Sometimes, all it takes is one brave heart and the courage to stop traffic.